You are now tuned into the FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah. Syndicated worldwide to bring real black radio back to the masses.
All right, everybody, 1212, what's going on? You're in tune to another live session of the syndicated worldwide FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah. Since 1998, whether it's on your FM dial, internet radio station, podcast, or website, we're up in here bringing you a slice of what we call 21st century black radio, a diverse mix of old and new school music of all different types of genres, from the black diaspora, hip-hop, soul, funk, jazz, reggae, and all of that, as well as news, interviews, and commentary. You got myself on the mix and commentary, and DJ Fusion on the side. You got my bro Jon Judah. What's going on there, Judah?
Yes, indeedy, yes, indeedy, yes, indeedy, yes, indeedy, world. We thank God for another year, doing good, very well, swell. Of course, FuseBox is where we dwell, doing well, glad to be a part of FuseBox, of course, and glad to continue on. Definitely going to bring some good things this year, and I hope everybody loves it. Alright, what's the deal, Fusion?
Doing good. Happy to be here doing our first show of 2011 after a little bit of vacation and all that. Even the FuseBox Radio needs a little vacation. So, glad to be in here bringing, some new sound, vibes, and all that good stuff, and respecting the old school. And, of course, happy that our listeners are on board by whatever means they listen, whether it's via the podcast, through one of our dope broadcast affiliates, or however else they stumble onto the FuseBox. We get the Google alerts. It's kind of funny seeing how people find out about the FuseBox Radio. So, definitely big ups to all of y'all internationally and all that good stuff. And, we hope to bring y'all more. This year will this April will be officially the marking of our 13th year of the show existing.
Alright.
So, yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. It's definitely a blessing. So we appreciate everybody who's been a part of this journey in a positive way. Listeners, dope music artists, people we've interviewed, and people we just dealt with in general, biz-wise, and just encouraging and stuff for people to have this joint continue on. This is literally just about a third of my life I've been doing this show, which is kind of crazy. But it's all good, and, I'm glad that we've been able to continuously exist and do our thing in our way and get respect for it. So big ups to everybody on that. We'll do the quick rundown because we haven't been on the show live in a minute, so we definitely had to catch up on a few news items that are really current and some that happened a few weeks ago. You can definitely check out the FuseBox Radio vibe on the web at our official blog site, blackradioisback.com, or our official website at FuseboxRadioOnline.com. That's FUSEBOXRADIO online.com. The FuseboxRadioOnline.com site links to our Twitter, Facebook, and all that good stuff. But if you don't want to go over there and just want to go straight to the social networks, you can do so. Everything we do ends with /FuseboxRadio. Again, FUSEBOXRADIO. So Twitter.com/FuseboxRadio, Facebook.com/FuseboxRadio, YouTube, Vimeo, Flickr, all that good stuff. Definitely check us out, or just Google us, as people say. I don't necessarily like that phrase, but you can go to whatever search engine you like, type in FuseBox Radio Broadcast, and our lovely logo and all that good stuff should pop on up. And people can see what is going on. At blackradiosback.com, we have our recently updated list of all of our broadcast affiliates. Besides our programming, check out all the great content those various radio stations, websites, and so forth have of the radio show as well. And of course, big ups to our writing affiliate partners over at Planet Ill, planetill.com, and that's ohellnawblog.com, where we got the Indecent Exposure section at Planet Ill, and where we hype up indie artists, and Mixtape Mondays over at ohellnawblog, as well as New Music Tuesdays, which once this first quarter gets kicking, we'll have new reviews of all different types of music genres, along with the staffs of both of those wonderful websites. Yep, indeedy. So, we had to do the FuseBox Radio blurb on that. And one real quick blurb before we get into the commentary and what we have coming up with this week's show. for those who are in the DC metro area, yours truly, DJ Fusion, has been chosen to do a presentation for the Ignite DC event February 3rd, 2010. Definitely check out more information on that at ignite-dc.com, like the regular minus sign, ignite-dc.com. I'm going to be running my mouth for about 5 minutes on my viewpoint and everything of hip-hop. For those who are familiar with things like the TED Talks and all that good stuff, it's a similar type of format, so come through. It don't really cost a whole bunch of money. Get some food, eats, get some mind stimulation. There's a lot of great presenters who's going to be at this, and again, everybody gets to speak for just about 5 minutes, so we ain't gonna bore you or do no nonsense. I understand you be like, man, that's a weekday, Fuse. What you talking about? Plus, we're gonna have video of all that stuff later on, so definitely check that out. And shout out to the Ignite DC team and all the people who went through the proposal, because there were a lot of proposals that were put out, and I'm actually chose, a sister to run her mouth. So stay tuned. More good things and more stuff from the other side, from the FuseBox Radio. We had to do that little bit of self promo and all that good stuff. And of course, more mixtapes, events, and other good stuff will be coming in 2011, along with some stuff I'm just not going to talk about right now. I don't like to do the jinx thing, but good things look like they're happening, and again, we're just blessed to be able to do this in our format and bring our vibe to you, the listener. And well, sometimes y'all may disagree with how we roll commentary wise and all that, but there's a respect level given, and we appreciate that. Whew. So yeah, Jon Judah, ready to get into some of this commentary real quick before we get into the show?
Say it again.
I said, you ready to get into some commentary real quick before we get into the show?
Yes, indeedy, world. Check this out.
Yeah, we got Jon Judah going through some stuff here, so that's why we had to pause. That's all good. That's all dandy. With the commentary, and actually, I'm just gonna announce what we have on the show real quick to get into the commentary. We have an interview with NYC's own hip hop artist Saigon. I know a lot of people on the independent and mainstream music circuit are familiar with him. He had his album The Greatest Story Never Told delayed for quite some time from Atlantic, but he ended up copying his masters and is now going to drop that project. A lot of big Just Blaze produced project along with a whole bunch of other good people. We were over at the DC listening session for the album, and there's some heat on there. And for people who like that East Coast style hip hop, it's definitely in full effect there. And it was a really good interview. Shout out to him and his management. Brother had a real good vibe. From what y'all can hear in the interview, we definitely touched base on a whole lot of different subjects. And yeah, it's good. I'm happy that we got that interview done and off. And I think it's a good start for our New Year show. We also got some exclusive cuts from the album that we're going to be dropping in the show, as well as some of his older tracks and everything. So I'm glad he was able to get out of some of that music industry 40-80 rule stuff and do his thing. And again, I don't think people really understand a good vibe from an artist is kind of rare these days, and not because they just needed PR or anything. It was just like a good free flow vibe, and people, when they hear the interview, will see that people didn't come on some I'm a big star crazy type of nonsense or whatever. Which sometimes these cats around the corner can act that way. No offense to cats around the corner, but I know how people know how that goes. So it's all good. It's all dandy. And we also got a new Black Agenda Report segment jumping off. Shouts out to that entire crew with Glenn Ford, Jared Ball, and all of them.
Alright.
And we also have a new Direct Effects segment from we got the new name for the crew now, the Black University Radio Network, with Lamar Blackman and all of those good folks. So shout out to all of our collegiate audience that checks us out and does good things on that end. So we're jammed up, we're busy, we're jammed up, but it's the FuseBox Radio. People who've listened for a while know how we do. For new listeners, the running of our mouth is going to be a little extensive because again, it's our first show of the year. But we do our commentary, then you get a nice chunk of music and other good diverse stuff. So definitely sit back, relax, and enjoy all of that good business. On the commentary, and man, a lot happened within the past 2 or so weeks. And as we say, because we're a weekly show here with the 3-hour mix show format, sometimes there's weeks next to nothing goes on, and sometimes there's weeks a whole bunch of craziness goes on. And on the good side and on the bad side, that's what happened while we were on vacation. First, definitely prayers and condolences to the family, friends, and fans of Miss Teena Marie.
No doubt, no doubt.
You know, definitely a modern day R&B soul legend.
No doubt.
Definitely had a good reputation with how she rolled, and a lot of great music. I think she did at least 12 to 13 albums, maybe a little more during her career. And from my personal opinion, she didn't make not one bad album.
No doubt.
Her last album that actually got released via Cash Money Records, it didn't get a lot of play and stuff, but it's a good album.
That's Congo Square, right?
The Congo Square album, that's right.
Yeah, that's a good album.
It's a fly piece of work. And, you know, sometimes where we have people who constantly release stuff, you know, sometimes that quality falters and flails and stuff, but that didn't happen with her. You know, singer, songwriter, you know, she rolled with some serious people back in the day, rolled with Motown when they were going through their 80s renaissance of R&B music, you know, rolled with the brother Rick James. People know how Rick James rolled with the music.
No doubt.
And overall, even before her passing, she just had a really good reputation of being a good person. And, you know, cool and all that stuff, even when she was going through her ups and downs. And, you know, on the music end, much less the personality, and I think that would be sincerely missed, especially because in the mainstream radio, when we're kind of in the age where, you know, R&B, they're trying to put that into a box like how they're trying to do with pop music or hip-hop music, where if you're not doing these three things, people try to declare you to be whack. And, you know, she was one of those people they really couldn't do that to. She didn't get the promotion she used to, but they couldn't say that about Teena Marie in any way, shape, or form. So that was definitely a loss and a shocker with her passing. So, you know, we had to give respect where respect is due to, you know, a lot of our foundation people.
No doubt.
Also, on the end of sad passings and just terrible situation that's going on, our national and international audience probably knows of the shootings that happened over in Arizona, where one of our Congresswomen Giffords got shot by. At the moment, the news is fluctuating up and down, but essentially, one could say a crazy person. They rolled up on her while she was at a Safeway at a shopping center for kind of like a meet and greet political thing. And besides her, a whole bunch of other people got killed or injured, including a 9-year-old girl who was born on 9/11. 9/11/2011. Like, I'm sorry, 2001. Which is just insane. And I'm sure people have seen the mug shot of this dude and everything. Look like a straight skinhead nut. And there's a debate going on in this area about whether some of the inflamed political rhetoric here in the U.S. by what they call the right-wing parties attributed to that. Now, I put it like this. Crazy can be crazy, but people can aggravate crazy people. And regardless of whether dude was just off his rocker or if he was influenced by a lot of inflamed rhetoric, especially since the inauguration of President Barack Obama, the situation is just a tragedy. And, you know, those families and other people who are affected are definitely in our hearts and stuff. Because I can't imagine, like, you had somebody who probably was like, I'm just going to get some milk real quick. And they got shot up by this dude.
No doubt.
And, you know, that's just madness. That's just straight up and down. So, you know, definitely prayers and condolences to the family, friends, and others who are affected by that, as well as our people in the state of Arizona who are not on that nonsense. The state of Arizona has gone through a lot of conflict within the past 30 plus years. From the time Public Enemy protested them not trying to do the Martin Luther King holiday over there, you know, by the time they get the Arizona track, to the immigration situation going on over there, to this particular situation that's happened now. And one thing I can say is that I understand on the side of politics, people can be very passionate with what they want to talk about and what they want to express. And I can't necessarily say one or two people caused this domino effect to happen, but some people know what the power of words have. and the power imagery can have. And when you have on that representative's district, like Sarah Palin had, you know, crosshairs on a poster in the States talking about these the people who got to be taken out, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all got to reload and all that other nonsense. You can't think that somebody who might be a little bit off their rocker or just need an excuse to do something might not hop on that.
No.
You know, responsibility has to be taken with what you say, especially when you have a huge format to say such things. And I think it's kind of despicable seeing how a lot of people are trying to do the typical CYA cover your ass situation with that, and almost try to blame other people, like it's y'all's fault. There's like a bunch of people who are dead right now, some people who might not be able to walk the same again or whatever, who are alive right now or do other stuff, and you know, just do a little, you know, routine, wow, that's sad, but anyway, it ain't our fault, just looks stupid. It looks really pitiful, and you know, it's just a lot of people showing where they stand. And I hope that there are parts of the population, regardless of your political affiliation, that know this is a mess, and some of this really inflamed stuff, which is essentially for no reason but to control people, needs to stop. But that's my opinion. You got anything on that, Jude? I know I've been babbling for a minute.
No, I think you covered it very well. I mean, at the end of the day, I think people maybe say things because maybe they're hurt by certain things. But if you're saying something, I think, to cause anger or to try to inflame something, that's different. If you have that intent, and you know, obviously, you know, well, I mean, that's a bad situation, you know, and I think we can just keep moving on that.
No doubt. And for people who think it's just a political thing, real quick, it's not necessarily just that. There's also a mainstream media that puts out this type of rhetoric and imagery all of the time and doesn't show other people's side to stuff.
No doubt.
Or tries to make it real basic. So, you know, this isn't just, you know, one or two people who are saying junk that I think that control everything. There's people that control whose messages get put out.
No doubt.
And in the mainstream media cycle that's being owned more and more by big conglomerates, you got to kind of think about why some of these people were like, man, they got power. Why the hell do they have power? Why is that person being put out there as being quote unquote important? But you know, that's just my particular train of thought, because some of the people we might look at as like, wow, that dude's a nut job. He always says crazy crap on TV. Why does he get paid to say crazy crap on TV if nobody wants it to be out there? But yeah, just my train of thought on that. Yeah, man, what else has been going on? So much has been happening lately. Oh, all my people who are being affected by the crazy weather in Australia, we hope everything's going okay with y'all with the flash floods.
No doubt about that, definitely.
And things of that sort. Also, all of my people have been hit with various degrees of snow here in the States and beyond. I hope y'all are okay. About a day or two ago here, it was like literally in 49 states it was snowing. Maybe not heavy snow, but it was snowing, including Hawaii. The only state where something wasn't going down was Florida. So, you know, whether you're a believer of climate change or Mom Nature pitching a fit or not, you know, this stuff is weird going on. So, you know, there's people who are getting like hurt up by that. So I hope everybody on that end is okay. Also, during this broadcast, we are at a very important milestone. Still to me a tragic milestone. We're a year we're into a year marking the earthquake in Haiti. And unfortunately, the country of Haiti is still in a really precarious situation. I think the last statistics I saw in terms of the people they've estimated who passed away from that, I think just directly from the earthquake, much less people who've passed since then, has been over 300,000 people. Over 300,000 people, and supposedly over 1 million people in the country who are displaced still. In other words, not having a permanent home and stuff like that. Also, shamedly, a lot of the money that was donated by countries and or nonprofit organizations has not reached the country yet for rebuilding. And it's crazy, and there's a whole lot of things that are suspect on that particular level. Also, there were elections that happened not too long ago in Haiti that people are already disputing like crazy, which you would understand where have your country still kind of a mess, why the hell you having elections?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just me and my basic logic. Like, you're not going to be able to have people who might even be able to properly regulate that, especially when there's an election process that's already kind of supposedly on the shady side. You know, you don't got a home with somebody saying, here's some money, you vote this way. What you think's gonna happen?
No.
Or force this crew to vote this way.
Yeah, it's like Haiti and Jamaica are like working on like a third world thing, where criminal elements are sometimes directly connected to the people in power. So, sometimes who's in power can determine how things flow. So, in other words, the governments are in bed in some ways, but not necessarily even the IMF or the World Banks, but just the criminal element, and Haiti and Jamaica have been dealing with that.
No doubt, and there's a lot of innocent people in between who I think unfortunately are going to be more tragically affected by this. We hope the best for all of our brothers and sisters in Haiti, and big up all the genuine people who are down there and in other places who want the country to be helped and built up to a solid state.
No doubt.
And all that, where people can live in a proper and humane way and fashion. Since unfortunately, I think there's a lot of chess being played with Haiti that's going to be coming out very soon.
I agree.
There's a whole lot of backwards chess, because there's a bunch of countries that have Eurocentric backgrounds, much less other countries that have had beef with Haiti since they freed themselves around Toussaint Louverture days. So, if somebody who all of a sudden just comes up and all these countries seem to love whoever gets in quote unquote charge, there's something going on. There's something serious going on, but we'll see as time goes by with that. In a way, it's like Katrina. It's just very sad to see how people are just trying to play people out over there, because these are countries of color, particularly countries where there's a majority population of people of African descent.
No doubt.
So, yeah, we gotta go through that. What else do we have? Our last show we talked about Newark, New Jersey reducing a lot of its population of police. They've done even more this past week, which I don't know what people think. I mean, it's not necessarily the wild west in Newark, but it's kind of bugged out in certain areas. And we know that the police can be both on the good and bad levels in anywhere, much less around that way. But the way there was a huge buildup when their current mayor came into office, Cory Booker. Now all these people are being laid off during the winter. A lot of people laid off during the holidays. And I was just up around that way, and the unemployment situation up there is horrific.
No doubt.
I don't care what your ethnic background is. Like, Jersey it's just kind of hardcore right now if you don't have a gig. And to think that if you're people who already have a necessarily criminal mindset are just going to chill when the police aren't around no more, I don't know, man. I think that's a bad look.
No doubt.
I think that's a very, very bad look, and hopefully somebody can straighten up some things with that. Oh, and big ups to Rhyme Fest. He is going ahead and running for alderman of Chicago.
No doubt.
People tried to do some blocking of him and stuff like that, and tried to contest his residency requirements. So somebody's kind of scared of a hip-hop generation dude running over there and whatnot. And I mean, I've heard the brother speak on a whole bunch of different things, and read his write-ups and stuff. This is not a dumb dude. This is not like a PR ploy that's going on. So we're gonna be checking out more of the election stuff and everything with that, and we definitely wish him the best of luck. and to keep those intentions alive, and if he does get that position, make some good actions for the people in the city of Chicago and all that good stuff. And let me see here. I'm probably missing out on some things. Again, it's the past 3 weeks. I'm going through all of our various stories of interest and stuff right now. For all my music industry people, the Supreme Court here in the United States is going to be going over a lawsuit where they talk about the major labels price fixing stuff for CDs and music releases. The case is Sony Entertainment versus Kevin Starr, but it involves all of the current. Damn, I've been doing this for too long. When I came into the game, it was like the big six. Now it's the big four. The big four labels: Sony, Warner Music, EMI, and a unit of Universal Music Group. And essentially, the complaint accuses the labels of going ahead and just setting a flat fee per song when they set music online, in addition to high subscription fees when they started doing various music services on top of all the restrictions that music used to have, because this case was really founded back around 2001. So basically this is a case about the labels running people's pockets. And when you look at that, you kind of got to look at people doing the bootleg thing slightly differently. Just a little bit, where it's like, y'all are essentially trying to run people's pockets. You ain't really paying artists and everything like you used to. And some of the quality of what's being put out ain't what it used to be. So, it should be a pretty big deal. I'm curious to see how it goes with this price fixing case. And all of that. And speaking of, there's another situation that happened with the big four labels. They had to pay a group of artists and composers upwards to $45 million to close a class action lawsuit in Canada because of copyright infringement claims. And with that, it was saying that the labels were selling CDs containing songs and stuff that the label did not secure the right for from the publishers and artists. So there's a whole lot of music industry 40/80 stuff going on. So all my indie artists and other artists out there who are listening to the radio show, stay on your toes, man. People are really trying to be slicking on that nonsense, and it's kind of good to see that at least a little bit of it's getting caught out there. But you should stop that process before it even starts. And man, let me see here. Yeah, that's about it. I really haven't gotten too much reality TV junk I want to talk about during this week's show. I just saw like one episode of What Chili Wants, and I was like, what I want to do is change the channel because it's kind of whack. And all my stuff I usually watch, I might occasionally babble about. It's just starting off their new seasons as we're recording this show. So all of that talk people can get on this radio show later, or follow the Twitter feed, because people know when I'm watching a reality TV show at times. Twitter.com/FuseBox Radio. I'll babble a little something about it. And my viewpoint and all of that jazz. And really quickly, the dude who shot Representative Giffords in Arizona, it's funny seeing how he's treated and how somebody of color would have been treated. No doubt about that. Or of another religion would have been treated. Because you can't tell me if that was not like a black dude, or what people want to stereotypically put out there as a Muslim, like an Arab dude or something like that. That for one, that they would have just been shot to hell dead right there by security. And secondly, if somebody all of a sudden wanted to be ready to call for war or something against people.
Whoever doesn't see that is very naive. That it wouldn't have been different. Walked into a girl, you know what I'm saying? Which is supposed to almost seem like, like really, just a normal way of life for people and what they do, and just going to get their food, and somebody comes up in there and shoots them. A black person doing it. I'm glad he wasn't black. I'm glad he wasn't African American, because then it would have been the reverberation, the effect would have just been something that would have, made people tie into the whole eugenics theories about people being inferior by nature, which are actually demonic, corrupt, first ideas that, really don't capture really what is.
No doubt. And, you know, think about it. If it was a black anti-government dude, and just add on top of it, if they happen to even remotely say they even were near Muslim cats, it would have been over. O-V-E-R. Period. I don't care what political side some people would have said they were on. They would have been like, oh, there's a crazy Negro. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I think homeboy, whatever means he's gone about it, how they're going to explain it, is a nut. They're crazy and they deserve all the punishment they need to get. But I just find it interesting. Like, you'll have a shooting like over at Fort Hood about a year or so ago. And that was a man of Middle Eastern descent. And they were all up in this business like, oh my God, he has the Quran, he's Muslim. And that was it. People's minds just shut down, and that was a crazy situation and tragedy as well. But they nitpicked all of that type of stuff to fit into a stereotype. And with this one, it's just like, oh, he's troubled, or he might have mental issues, and blah blah blah. Whereas anybody of color, I don't care, that's my personal opinion, but anybody of color would have got reamed the second that situation happened. Just rolling up in there with a gun, and just from shooting the congresswoman, much less the federal judge that got shot, who was over there and got killed, much less the little girl who got killed, and various other people. It's just a sad case. It's just a really, really sad case, and just shows that, unfortunately, you know, our media is on some nonsense. It has been for quite some time, because I haven't heard the term domestic terrorist yet in regards to the story in Arizona. And that should be the perfect example. Somebody who wants to incite fear and all that other type of stuff by act of violence towards authority. That's usually called domestic terrorism.
That's right. It's like the Ku Klux Klan and the White Citizens Council and skinheads. Those are domestic terrorists.
Exactly. Timothy McVeigh, domestic terrorist. And even with that case in Oklahoma City, they didn't look for a white dude first. They want to immediately go ahead and blame somebody else, and just lucked up on finding up that he was a nut.
But I think sometimes they avoid calling these people domestic terrorists because they're useful in their way of intimidating people and kind of keeping people in line in certain parts of the country. And so while they're useful, they won't necessarily get that really label in the media. But essentially, that's what they are. That's what they have been doing since America has been founded. That's not an exaggeration. Since America has been founded, there's been domestic terrorism against people of color.
No doubt, no doubt. So yeah, I know I had to deviate a little bit with that, but that was just one thing that just popped up in my mind right quick, that I thought was just a very important thing to bring up and say. Besides the fact that, you know, like I said before, these right-wing cats are all trying to do the CYA maneuvers or whatever. You got gangster rappers who talk one or two big pieces of junk, and people want to call them out all day, but you can't call out one of these, you know, privileged white politicians without being unfair somehow. That's kind of crappy. If the power of words can be all on these other people, if, you know, former President George W. Bush can cry because Kanye said he ain't like black people, and all of a sudden, you know, there was economic collapse ever since then, or whatever the hell people want to think. You know, what about the rhetoric these other people been spitting? You know what I'm saying? Well, if you're gonna make it an equal plane, make it an equal plane. You know, this wasn't something that was perpetuated by people of color in any way, shape, or form. I'm not a fan of Michael Steele, but he ain't talked that type of junk to influence stuff to happen. You know what I mean? So, just a train of thought right there. But anyway, man, we got a lot to get into. We got the Saigon interview, Saigon songs, exclusives. I got a few new school tracks in the mix, Black Agenda report, direct effects, and of course, the ill Jon Judah throw down old music. That should be a nice surprise for my people from the DC Metro. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes, indeed. We are wild. Well, we're glad that you tuned back into a beautiful radio. And we want to let you know we're going to continue to give you the good shows and different shows and different type of shows. But of course, we got the little music and the audio right here, featuring first of the year, Sound That's Clear, of course, and DC Metro. We're gonna have a little jump ball. Alright? We are Wide World, we love you. FuseBox Radio, nothing above you.
Alright, no doubt, no doubt. You're in tune to the syndicated FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah, 21st Century Radio for the masses. Alright, peace.
Peace. We're out of here.
You are now listening to FuseBox Radio.
DJ Fusion.
I got a question. It's kind of outrageous about stages of blackness. Are you kicking black from the heart, or could you want to be a part of a fad or a trend? When I pick up a pen, the message I send is to bend the train of thought that brought artists in this sport to a state of ego tripping about black and white and who's really flipping. We preach freedom of speech, but if you take it for granted, then you might as well throw in a towel. And if you find yourself offended by the jam, you live in foul.
I like the pimp style, squeeze a cap out the mic. The clap, bam, boom, box, and duck pump. We started with a shot to clear the spot. And what I'm saying, when we're rolling, we're a force. So either roll with the flow or get lost. Now, stepping the suckers with the funk we were bred on. While other brothers ducking when we're rolling with the head on. It must be confusing, the style I'm using. Born will swarm and blow like a fusion bomb. I with a grip of a handle. I'm this man, I'm causing scandal. Kicking rhymes designed to hit it any angle. That's why the people fear it. Cause they don't know the real shit until they hear it. We were raised like this and turned into a new way. The first stage of a rampage called a rap.
It's like a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Insanity's just over my dome and through my body like Scotty taking over a crew head's brain. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome.
In the white coat.
Insanity's just over my dome and through my body like Scotty taking over a crew head's brain. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Insanity's just over my dome and through my body like Scotty taking over a crew head's brain. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome.
Or like treason without reason. So take that, you dirty rat. In fact, I said it and I meant it that I'm proud to be black. On the hype tip, I suck on a knife tip. The mortuary, I call the freeze. I recite the hype on the mic. I need to get busy, get off freestyling. Rhyme after rhyme, I'm going buck wildin'. Fraudulent suckers should be kicked to the curb.
So fuck the track, let's step out back, no slack jack. You might as well come strapped. Matter of fact, back a pillow in your knapsack. Cause you be taking a nap, but should I say you be put to rest?
When I'm home, I roam, I think the bass drum tone, and I kick it. I do the top of the dome. Rodeo wild, I roam with the style. On the phone, you'll dial and then home for a while.
Some artists keep this shit quite well, and you see them later on the block selling. Chasing, honey, flash your money's with a fly ride. To get a piece, to say the least, the feast upon a beast.
Slamming on a bass drum, never's on a Tommy gun. Blowing out the wax and the other suckers' eardrum. May I continue? As you all know, I can go with the flow. Rockin' fast and slow, go high or low. It doesn't matter which way I go. Toe to toe, I rock the show cause I'm in control.
Hype it up, but we're getting paid from the first stage of a rampage called the rap. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Insanity's just over my dome and through my body like Scotty taking over a real head's brain. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome.
In the white coat.
Insanity's just over my dome and through my body like Scotty taking over a real head's brain. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome.
To my jam, man.
Insanity's just over my dome and through my body like Scotty taking over a real head's brain. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome.
It's like
Jekyll and Hyde
syndrome.
Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. Hyde syndrome. Jekyll and 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 Hyde syndrome.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
He's a superstar, yeah.
Told y'all.
He's a superstar, yeah.
Superstar, blowing smoke at the hookah bar. The bullet wound on my neck is a Ruger scar. Pop bottles, yo, but not just pain. You drink Cristal? Oh, that's a damn shame. I down Kettle One bottles of that Grey Goose, that white Hennessy. Then I smash the boom for real superstar. Check out the booty, y'all. Red and white, green hairs, that's Gucci, paw. Look how the jacket matches. Loafers is looking crazy. Dutch is pumped up. Plus I live in Macy's. This is Theodore. They call me Starkalicious. Cause my tongue game isn't liquid vicious. I got stupid money, so I'ma keep paying. I keep the paparazzi and the fans saying
He's a superstar, yeah.
Diamond wristlets, ain't roll so thick, I don't need a wish list. Chain swing down to my torn meniscus. Red carpet affair, superstar status. Wish Mike was here to tell you I'm the baddest. Stalked by TMZ, wanted by Oprah. Performed everywhere from the garden to the Copra. Take some more vanilla bean to the mocha. Toka, tone be quick, fast, I poke ya. The ace is spade in the deck, use a joker. Glossy, always the center of attraction. And I bring red man if it's time for some action. Grimy, soon on the force, top 10 tree. Piece of the food chain, that's how it's meant to be.
He's a superstar, yeah.
He's a super, he's a superstar.
Show skyscraper presence in your memory. Spotlight forever reflect on my accessories. Exotic with it till your vomit be the recipe. Moving forward ain't nothing at all ahead of me. Legendary remedy till it's medical, get it? Magnetic and be the most incredible with it. More than legible with it. Mosh pit lyrically God sent to the point, see the cynical image. Beyond the stars, thoughts traveling to Venus. Now you look at me as weird while I morph into a genius. Sometimes it's startling the way that people see us, but the I'll be heavy and be weighing on my penis. Funny how the love be fake, but I ain't stressing. Thankful for the love that's genuine, appreciate the blessing. Rockstar living while I'm handling my beard, shining brighter than the sun. You know just what it is.
He's a superstar, yeah.
He's a super, he's a superstar.
Peace, this is J. the Damager with DJ Fusion on the FuseBox.
About to lose my mind, 'cause I can't take my hands off this phone. The floor's getting tight, but still feels so right. As long as you're near, I don't see a reason to go. Even though I know there's more to explore. Maybe later on, after everything is settled down, we can talk. But for now I wanna rock with you. When we're on the floor, there's so much to say without a sound. When we're getting down, rock with you. Later on, after everything is settled down, we can talk. But for now I wanna rock with you. When we're on the floor, there's so much to say without a sound. When we're getting down, rock with you. Tower thrown, now my heart can't help but give in. I've lost all control. Last thing I want is for this time to end, babe. And if this is not meant to be having sin, at least we can say we shared something special from song to somewhere, baby. I was hoping maybe. Oh, now later on, settle down. I would love to talk, yeah. Now I wanna rock with you. Baby, when we're on the floor, there's so much to say without a sound. When we're getting down, rock with you later on. After everything is settled down, we can talk. But for now I wanna rock with you. When we're on the floor now, baby, there's so much to say without a sound. When we're getting down, rock with you one more time. After everything is settled down, we can talk now, babe. But for now I wanna rock with you. Baby, when we're on the floor, there's so much to say without a sound. When we're getting down, baby, want to rock with you later on. After everything is settled down, baby, we can talk, yeah. But for now I wanna rock with you. There's so much to say without a sound. When we're getting down, rock with you. Save a little love later on for me. I wanna rock with you.
scene. Checking out DJ Fusion on the FuseBox.
There's a miracle with me and you, but these miracles don't last forever. If there's something that my words could do, I would say whatever. So I close my eyes and make a wish that this moment doesn't pass. And if I could give you one last gift, I would make them stop time and dance like we own the world. 2010, I wanna do it all again. 2010, think about what we might do, but we never find the time to do it. This year I changed my mind. Watch me help you through it. 2010, I wanna do it all again. 2010, so I close my eyes and make a wish that this moment doesn't pass. And if I could give you one last gift, I would make them stop time and dance like we own the world. 2010, I wanna do it all again. 2010. time, but you understand how it all goes. Hey!
'Cause
A recently published article reviewing academic research of nation branding got me thinking about last week's statement from Chuck D of the legendary rap group Public Enemy. On the one hand, this article by Nadia Kaneva describes at least some work whose focus is the ways in which nations are branded and for what purposes. She describes competing views of nation branding, various definitions and claims of particular impact, but it is clear that at least some in the world of high finance and geopolitical strategy consider nation branding as necessary to the process of social engineering, managing populations, and exerting a political and ideological dominance over the world. On the other hand, Chuck D's concerns over hip-hop's condition or place in the world speak to Kaneva's own worries over the future direction of nation branding research. For Chuck represents what she describes as the blind spot in such research that avoids questions of how nation branding specifically impacts subnational and transnational identities. The hip-hop nation, and certainly the more real black and brown nations that produce it, are indeed sub and transnational and are impacted in specific, horrific ways. Of course, brands aren't meant to convey anything real. Brands are mirages meant to convey that which its producers think will yield them the most benefit economically or politically. And nobody brands like the United States. And especially since 2008's Brand of the Year became president, the United States has for 2 years been named the world leader in global image. In fact, as a leading public affairs brand researcher says, 2009 was a year in which we saw the United States make a significant leap in standing to the top nation spurred by the election of President Obama. Its reputation in the world had been renewed, restored to its proper branded position as a beacon of democracy and free trade business opportunity. Chuck D's concerns over the condition of hip-hop worldwide is also an issue of competing brands. And as he says, never before have so many been pimped by so few. He points out that the hip-hop community in the United States has lost its prominence globally. Among his many concerns is that corporate dominance over the cultural expression and ownership of mass media have forced hip-hop nation founders to now be last among those in the world who perform its core elements. Because of this nation's ability and need to brand itself as quintessential freedom, it must brand its oppressed as both deserving of that suffering, but also able to overcome it. So simultaneously, for instance, Black America can be said to have reached its highest level of long-term unemployment since 1948, and still be able to produce a president and the famous rappers, all of whom can be exported to the world as proof of this nation's brand. Regarding the hip-hop nation, Chuck D explains, while we have been kept from developing our national talents, the cultural legacy has been taken up overseas. There, rappers are, he says, rhyming in 3 languages, which has created super rappers to move the crowd with intensity and passion. But the arrogant American, Chuck continues, comes in blackface. Reasons for this, he summarizes, is a lack of support from local radio, television, and community in the United States, which prevents local acts from thriving in their own radius and has killed the ability to connect and grow into a proper development as a performer, entertainer, and artist. This is, of course, the inevitable outcome within the confines of a sub-nation held in hostility. As Kaneva's article points out, every nation is a brand, and most nations have their brand made for them. This imposed condition requires an equally imposed brand. In this case, it is a brand that of necessity protects against the most likely group historically to have its cultural expression reflect its genuine condition. Popular rap music is the perfect low cultural brand equivalent to the higher cultural product that is brand Obama. Both demonstrate the restorative capacity for the country's global image. And therefore, the responses must be similar. Just as hip-hop must from within develop its own brand that will topple that which has been created for it by a hostile and dominant nation, so too must we develop from within that which will rebrand what is real political struggle, movement, and leadership. For Black Agenda Radio, I'm Jared Ball. Online, go to www.blackagendareport.com.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You are now tuned in to the FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah.
You're as good as they say you are.
Syndicated worldwide to bring real black radio back to the masses.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio, DJ Fusion. Mary Weber, very clever. Time out the city, dog. Look. I was in New York City, riding an A train, just holding my head, trying to maintain. Some old man came and he asked for some change. I just shook my head and laughed at the man.
He said, young love, you could crash in the rain and still wouldn't experience half of the pain that I've been through. You ain't been me, but I've been you. It's violent too. I was in on. You be ducking dudes with bullets. I was ducking motherfuckers with bombs. Should I probably know your moms? Gave him $1 and said, peace, God. He looked at me and just kept going.
Give me a chance to explain myself, but just don't blame yourself for what I do. Yeah. Don't need your verbals to ease my pain. These herbals when spilled will stain from listening to you. Making your own exceptions, traveling backwards directions. In the end, you surely knew. Yeah. Can't see the buildings for the city. Graying never getting pretty. By the second getting tall instead of short. The wall is getting higher, turning lies into a sport. Corporate buyer will fall. Corporate buyer will fall. Yeah. She tries every time to make good sense to you. Yeah. You know the city will talk if she can't make love with you. You know that I could be the one that sells it all. But you know these buildings are taller than you can never go. What the fuck are you trying to say? The city rules away. The city rules away. Rules away. Rules away. And left into a pit. You dug with dishonest perspire. Did you quit or get fired? Did you run and get tired? Substance get higher. What the fuck are you trying to say? Every time I know that there is never delay. She tries every time to make good sense to you. Yeah. You know the city will talk if she can't make love with you. You know that I can be the one that sells it all. But you know these buildings are taller than you can never go. What the fuck are you trying to say? The city rules away. The city rules away. Rules away. Rules away. We live. Yeah. Rules away. We buy. Rules away. We sell. Rules away. We die.
In the city, you got the land, the man, the van, the can, the gun, the girl, the guy, damn, the trial, the jury, the rage, the fury. I need bail money, mom, please hurry. The style, the rhyme, the beat, the mic. Sound something like X, but not quite. The city, the lights, the witty, the dumb. The chicks taking trips with her to get it. The bum, the real, the fake, the squill, the snake. The looking like me that'll kill the J. The ghetto, the hood's the best. Man, got us in the jam, it's all part of the plan.
She tries every time to make good sense to you. Yeah, you know the city will talk if she can't make love with you. You know that I can be the one that sells it all. But you know these buildings are taller than you can never go. What the fuck are you trying to say? The city rules away. The city rules away. Rules away. Rules away. And I could be the one that sells it all.
I just want to tell you, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, girl.
FuseBox Radio.
Now you wanna murk love after I dropped the rock and cop the work glove. When manual labor was unheard of. Thought that we would spend all eternity forever together, but now you're gone. How could you move on? I sit and reminisce as I'm popping on beer tops. Quarter full my memories, a water full of teardrops. It'd be a lie if I told you I couldn't cry. You never said goodbye, so I shouldn't now. Even before I fished over, I knew that I discovered my wife through prison and all the strife. You were love of my life. When I was caught up in the mix, you bought my baby sis and rubber kicks. Trusted me even after you busted me with other chicks. By you departing, left my dish torn slim. I remember flirting with your friends and you be flipping on them. In missionary position, I used to feed you my manhood. I even devoured you cause the power you was so damn good. Them sad songs had me popping on beer tops. Quarter full my memories, a water full of teardrops. I think deep when I recollect of your mind state. Lately I contribute to the rising of the crime rate. And Rome red, all the same thoughts in my dome dead. Was it something I said that made you aim at your own head? Continue sleeping, I'm sorry I was wrong for cheating. I'm in your heart even though it's no longer beating. And it's some off up shit, girl. You could've warned me, girl.
Hey, baby. Goodbye.
Yo, check this out. This is Chuck D, Public Enemy. You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion. Harder than you think.
Just went and took a minute to breathe. Even squeezed off a warning shot. Moose knuckled to Brownsville. They impatiently waiting for your boy to drop. Lo and behold, greatest story never told. Chapter 1, verse 1. The genesis of my scroll is realer than 9/11. I rhyme about lying reverend while showing no total respect to the big guy in heaven. I rap about politicians, how money's the acquisition. To get it, they gotta keep us without a pot to piss in. Struggling to survive, 9 to 5 ain't making it. Turn on the TV, all I see is celebs taking it. Feeling like they got all the bread, but they ain't breaking it. I'm taking it, soon as I find the oven where they baking it. The greatest story never told. Tell them again, God, let it in. Look, the greatest story never told. Yeah. The greatest story never told. Check it. We was born here to pick the cotton. Now we picking the music the master listen to, the clothes of which he rockin'. We don't drive a hard bargain, all we want back is cracks and more gats and some more of that bullshit rap. The crime rhyme is still black on black, and we need a leader like me to get us back on track. When y'all make them diss records, do you know what you do in the black community? Market and promote the fact that we lack unity. The white people look at you and laugh. You look like a porch monkey boy dancing for cash. Wanna get on a record and talk trash. See him at the awards and don't do but walk past, and that's something we call crash. Power rappers acting so hard when they really just all abandonation on the warpath. And if we gotta bring some heat out, then we changing the forecast. Like, whoa, great story never told. Great story never told. The greatest story never told. The greatest story never told. Again in the beginning, I was sinning. Now I'm in the ninth inning of the game of life, grinning, cause I'm winning. I teach you how to rhyme, y'all only know how to riddle. I'm deep, the government won't do me like Malcolm Little. They say that I'm a threat to the society. Since I put my thinking cap on and stop letting them lie to me. You gotta take it back to face the fact. These D's look at us as just another case to crack. If I bust a gun in the hood, I get Attica or the cat. I bang a gat and I rack, I get a pat on the back. Best believe I know better than that. This a lesson for all my listeners. It ain't just regular rap. It's the greatest story that ever been spat. It's gonna teach the hood and at the same time make my pockets elephant fat. Go ahead with all the irrelevant rap. Me and my just blaze bring the true element back. It go whoa. It's the greatest story never told. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's the greatest story never told. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. It's the greatest story never told. Whoa, 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 whoa.
All right, everybody, 1 2 1 2. What's going on? You're now in tune to another session of the syndicated worldwide FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion Jon Judah. Since 1998, from our New Jersey foundings, whether it's on your FM dial, internet radio station, podcast, or website, we're here to bring you the best of what we call 21st century black radio. Mix of old and new school music, news, commentary, and all that good stuff. Y'all know that we hop back and forth between DC and Jersey, and during one of my outings here in DC, we ran into, a literal legend on the independent music and beyond that we've been rocking on the show for quite a while for our long-term listeners. And we got our man Saigon up in here right now. I'm literally up in this nice fancy smancy hotel lobby getting ready to talk to him right now. What's going on, bro? How's everything?
Everything is good, man. It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be alive. It's good to be black.
See, that's the perfect start to our interview at the FuseBox Radio right there. It's good to be black.
Yes, sir.
That's what's going on. That's what's going on for those who, for whatever reason, may not know. Whatever you're representing from.
I represent New York City, Brooklyn, upstate, Move Snuggle. I just represent New York in a whole, man. New York City, all 5 boroughs. I'm a Neanderthal man, so I bounced around my whole life, so I don't just pinpoint one place. I just say the almighty state of New York, man. That's where I hail from.
All right, no doubt giving big ups to the area up top where we started and got our thing going on. Can't ever go bad with that. I guess I'll just get right into everything. I mean, we know you've been on numerous tracks, solo appearances, mixtapes, the entire 9. Yeah, one of the things that concerned, I think, especially a lot of your fans was that the greatest story never told would literally be the greatest story that was never told on wax, due to just so many delays going on, I guess, with the major label machine with Atlantic and all of that good stuff. And now we're finally hearing that the album's coming out, which is awesome, through Suburban Noise Records, which is doing this thing lately. I guess as much as people can tell the audience, 'cause I don't know how all of that stuff works. How did you get out of that big label situation with Atlantic? Because sometimes you just be hearing these horrible nightmare stories about never being able to get out, folks never being able to get back their work, much less being able to get out of that particular situation with being tied down.
Well, in a nutshell, man, I came to them and I agreed to pay them back. If I said, let me take my music and we work it out on paper to where if I do take this music and make some money, I agree to give you guys your money back. And that's all they care about is money. So, once you come to them and say, hey, I'll pay you back, I understand that you guys spent money, but I'll give you your money back. Let me just take my music and go somewhere else and let it generate income, and I hit you back. And they said, okay, let's put it on paper to where you're contractually bound to this agreement, and it worked out, man. Atlantic Records was like industry school for me. I learned a lot. And I was thinking like an artist the whole time I was there, and they treated me like an artist. And when you think like an artist, you get treated like an artist. And this industry is a pimp and hoe situation. It's like, they'll front you up some upfront money, and you give a black kid from the ghetto $100,000, $150,000, man. He think he's rich. He think it's a lot of money. So he goes and signs his contract, which really they own you. It's almost like a slavery type situation. It's like they own your voice, your likeness, your picture. You can't even go sell your picture because they own your likeness. So yeah, it's deep, man. The contract is 80-something pages. You know what I'm saying? We have a tendency to just go look at the page of how much am I getting. Right. You gotta understand. There's 80. It's a thick contract for a reason. And what they just pretty much saying is, and especially what they're doing to these new artists, is look, man, if we do invest in you, we want 1,000% return from it. You see what I'm saying? We don't want to break even. We don't want to double our money or triple our money. We want to quintuple or sextuple what we spend. You know what I'm saying? At your expense, and that's the way the game is.
Damn, that was just an ill lesson right there. I didn't know necessarily. I know about the music end and all that. I didn't necessarily know like now they want to get into owning your image and all that. I know this 360 nonsense. They going hard with that. So, definitely happy you were able to get out of that, because sometimes, you just hear about like people's records being in the closet, and heaven forbid they might not ever come out till somebody goes to the other side and whatnot.
It's to the point now they're not even investing in these artists no more. Like, if you don't have your own energy going and your own thing going, they're not gonna put no money behind you. So now it's like you gotta invest in yourself. You gotta make it. All you new artists out there, people trying to get in this industry or get in this game, know that you have to come to them with bargaining power. Don't, if they're not looking for you, it's not 90% of the chance you're not gonna get a record deal with a major company. You have to go out there and create your own energy, create your own thing, to where even if you do get an opportunity to meet with these people, you can come to the bargaining table with something. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go to them and say, oh, I got a hot demo, because they get hot demos 50 times a day. They throw demos in the garbage. They want to know you got a following. They want to know you got some radio spins already. You got an energy. You got a fan base, and you know. But it's good for you because now you can go in there and say, look, you know, I got my movement going. I don't need you as much as you think I need you. So all you new artists, man, just don't think like an artist. Think like a boss. Think like a Baby from Cash Money. Think like a J Prince from Rap-A-Lot Records. Think like you can't just be thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be a famous rapper, because you'll be a broke famous rapper.
Yeah, and through about the 12, 13 plus years I've been doing this show, I've just seen so many crazy stories on that level. So that is definitely very, very true. And I know some people sometimes listen to the show and me and my partner Jon Judah talking, thinking that, oh, y'all just talking about the dark side. There's a lot of dark side in terms of some of the stuff that happens, trust me. But, you know, with that, we get some of these stories where, you know, you gotta wisen up now with this music business now. You just can't be thinking I'm gonna get an MP3 and a mic and use Z-Share and throw out my single and I'm gonna be famous and what. Now you're gonna be on MTV or put your YouTube video out and, you know, you're gonna be on Reedus and Kelly or whatever now, which is a whole other thing I'm gonna talk about with Saigon in a moment in terms of the changes I guess hip-hop has gone through in the past few years and his opinion on that. Speaking of the fan base has held you down real lovely throughout all this turbulence, because we have a very short attention span, you know, ADD audience now with hip hop, to say the least. And with that, you had some mixtape that came out through the independent route, but I heard there was kind of some problems on that level as well, in terms of dealing with various distributors and things of that sort. I guess with that, since I brought up the entire thing of, you know, you can't just be the guy who goes in the studio and on the mic, you know, you gotta know your business. I guess from your end, what are some good business tips you can give for people who are getting into it right now, who are like, yes, I like music, I like doing this, but I also want to have some money in my pocket at the end of the day too. I want to get, you know, my money that I would get doing a 9 to 5, but I want my music to be how I earn my living.
Well, first thing I would say, you know, is invest in yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta invest. It's just like starting any business. You know what I'm saying? Anything the word business means something that makes money. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing music because you love music, that's one thing. But if you want to be in the business of music, you have to find a way for it to generate income, generate money. So whether it's you pressing up your own CDs and going from the trunk, at the end of the day, it's going to be the quality of your music, unless you just have a super fantastic gimmick. And you could do that. You can invest in your gimmick if you're going to try the gimmick route. But you know, you got to just think like a businessman. You got to think, okay, if I'm going to spend $500 and press up, you know, 250 CDs and sell them at $10 a pop, you know, you're gonna make some money, and then you just flip it. It's almost like the drug game. Anything you in, you're gonna have to invest. You're gonna have to have an initial investment, whether it's big or small. You have to just flip it and flip it and flip it until it grows and grows and grows. So you got to think as if you were selling keychains. You got to think if you're selling T-shirts. You print up the T-shirt for $5 and go try to sell it for $20. The same thing with music. You know what I'm saying? You try to limit your cost to anything you could do for less money. You do it, and then you get your stuff out there, and then then it becomes you gain a demand, and your music starts to sell more and more and more and more. And next thing you know, like I said, you be able to make a living off of it. I know plenty of people who make that we never even heard of that make a living off music. And it's real talk. They sell their little 6,000 CDs every time out. They put out a mixtape and sell 6,000 of them on their own and eat. You know what I'm saying? Do their little shows here and there and pay their bills really off music. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think you either got to be Jay-Z or MC Hammer in this game. You know what I mean? Like you're filthy rich or you messed up. Like there's a lot of space in between. Everybody ain't gonna make $400 million. Everybody ain't gonna make $100 million. We gotta stop looking at the dudes who do and trying to set that precedent. And because it's a goal that's really like winning the lotto. I don't see a person that won the lotto on TV and say I need to start playing lotto because I know the odds of me winning are very, 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 very small, like 1 in a billion. So if you want to devote a lot of your time and energy and to those arts, then more power to you. But I don't think it's a smart thing to do. You gotta think realistically. To think if I could generate $60,000-$70,000 a year off music, I'm doing great.
I'm about to say that's sweet. I don't know anybody who complains about that. I know some independent artists like you saying who I'm like, damn, can holla at me, holla at some of these people because they aren't learning the lesson that you are with this. I also think some people get wrapped up in terms of the entire mainstream arena. Like if I don't get love from the mainstream arena, I'll never blow up, I'll never eat. And in 2010, I know this is something that kind of irks me. I'm kind of curious about your viewpoint of it. It seems that more and more people are reaching out for that, which is fine and dandy. I think people want to get their music and stuff out to as many people as possible. But a lot of stuff is just getting kind of watered down. When people are starting to brag about that, no fit to these people. I'm on Jimmy Kimmel, my joint was on Regis and Kelly, ain't nobody else doing it. It's like, well, when the hell did those cats remotely even define what's hot in hip hop, man? Those cats don't even really care about you.
They don't care at all, man, because we warped. Like our minds has been messed up. Like as far as when it comes to this, we forget that hip hop is black music. You know what I'm saying? Every other kind of genre of music we created was taken away from us. From rock and roll to blues to everything. They go, oh yeah, and we lose the origin of it. And then, years down the line, it becomes something else that is not. Hip-hop is black music. This is our culture. This is something that we created out of our messed up living conditions. You know what I'm saying? It's something we created out of living in poverty and being poor and not having certain resources that other people have, for recreation and entertainment. So we created our own thing. Now it's like we just giving it away. If you look at we got all these. We in DC right now. I'm glad to say that because this is the ghetto in DC is one of the worst in the country. You see what I'm saying? The murder rate is always up there, high, and this is right next to the White House. So it got to make you stop and think and go, "Dag, man, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why is this? This is by design. This is not by no coincidence. It just happened to be like that. It's by design. And if you look at hip hop, which is black music and comes from the inner city and comes from these conditions, it doesn't reflect these conditions no more. Like if you turn on the radio, you're gonna hear about people talking about Ferrari or they're making it rain, they throwing away money, they got money to give away, and that's not the situation in our communities. We in some of the worst economical times we ever faced in our lives. So why doesn't when has hip hop lost such a touch with reality to where it's all a fantasy world? It might be a big rapper's reality to drive a Ferrari, but how many Ferraris do you see going up and down the street in the ghetto?
That don't get stolen.
Yeah, and if they do come through in one, you gotta watch out. They scared to death because they looking for the jack boys and the stick up kids. You see what I'm saying? The music always used to reflect the times up until now. Now it's become like a big fantasy. All we do to use it is to promote these companies, these owners of these companies who don't give a damn about our kids. They don't give a damn about our people, and it's sad to see. You look at the distilled liquor companies for a second, and these vodka companies. Every 2 or 3 years, hip hop makes one of these vodka companies the biggest thing in the world.
No doubt.
A few years ago, first it was Belvedere. Everybody was drinking Belvedere because it was in a bunch of rap songs. Belvedere, they stock went through the roof. Then that fell off when Grey Goose came. Oh, now it's about Grey Goose. Stock went through the roof. I'm talking about making these dudes millions. Hypnotic, Nouveau. I seen dudes drinking this pink drink. I'm like, what is that? Oh, you don't know about this? This that Nouveau, son. You ain't up on this. No, you just a monkey see, monkey do. Now it's Ciroc. Now the new vodka is Ciroc. Oh, you ain't up on that Ciroc? I'm like, man, I'm not a guinea pig. I'm nobody's, experiment. And it's sad because we can see the influence of these, what this does for these companies like Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all these corporations who don't really give a damn about us and don't invest in our communities. Why you feel it's your business to promote these companies and make them so much money?
No doubt. I mean, to a degree, this is my particular viewpoint. It almost seemed that, literally you're cooning for cents right now to blow up in the mainstream hip hop wise, where it's like nobody's afraid. No one's gonna be afraid of you if you're cooning. You know what I mean?
It's gonna look worse than blackface in 20 years. We laugh at the dudes used to put on blackface and do the tap dancing and all that. and the minstrel show, but they were feeding their family. They looked at it like, yo, I'm gotta feed my family, and that was their excuse. I gotta eat. So this is our excuse for cooning now. We gotta eat. We gotta get this paper. So I'll do anything. But we're gonna look back, because there's always a time when you look back, and in retrospect, we're gonna be like, I can't believe who's doing that shit, man. And that's what's gonna happen.
No doubt. And I'm glad I'm just totally not off of this, because there's times I get the blank stare when I bring this up, and it's like, no, it's not, you know. And the thing that I think that kills the entire situation is we're talking this. This hasn't been that long ago when you had more diverse hip hop on the mainstream airwaves and other places. Now, and people trying to regulate the internet. Now, you literally had to go on the internet to find a lot of stuff.
They're trying to regulate that. This is the thing. They're trying to take my man got a site and they just shut his URL down.
Shout out to On Smash, by the way.
That's what I'm talking about. My man Hoff. Shout out to Hoff. And it's like trying to say that he's charging people to put content on it. Like, come on. No, he's not. Hoff ain't never charged me $1. Hoff ever ain't charged nobody in my camp nothing to put anything. If I had a song I want to leak, I get it to Hoff. It's right up there. And now they just don't want us to have a shot at life, period. And it's sad. It's like, come on, man. You cut a man thumbs off and cut his hands and feet off, how you expect him to do anything, man? And it's sad because we don't have no leaders, man. Us as black people, we don't have no leadership, man. Everybody else got leadership. They have somebody that they can represent. You know, we could say Barack Obama or whatever. He's a black president, but he still works with them. He works for them. He's the president of the country, not the CEO. He don't call the shots. He has to answer to somebody every day. It's good that he's a black figurehead, and it promotes peace and hope for us to know that we can climb but we've been knew that we can climb the ladder. We put our minds to anything. Look where we come from in America, from being slavery 120 years ago to where we at now. So come on, the sky's the limit, and we've been knew that. But you know, it's up to us, and us as I like to talk to adults. That's why I'm talking to the adults, but I speak for the kids, because kids are gonna be kids. But us, we're here to set an example for the next generation, because we're gonna be old and gray and die off, you know, before they will. So we have to lead by example and show our kids that, you know, we have to learn how to economize. We gotta learn how to have unity. We gotta learn how to love each other and respect each other and take care of our children and be responsible. And it's something that, you know, is hip hop, which is our strongest weapon, and we're not using it.
No doubt. Very, very true. And one thing which is a perfect segue is, you know, you're about what you're talking about. I know you've been doing things with the Abandoned Nation organization for quite some time. For those who don't know in our audience, can you give a little bit of information about what Abandoned Nation is about and how people can be involved?
Oh yeah, we got Abandoned Nation in Arms Reach. In Arms Reach is just let you know that we not far away from our people, you know what I mean? We deal with kids whose parents are incarcerated. We just expanded. We got a little grant, you know, so our partners Sharif Clayton and Terrence Stevens, we reaching out to just at-risk kids, teaching them the importance of literacy, of education, of being a man, you know what I'm saying, of being a man and a woman, and being responsible for your actions, because we love to point fingers, man. They got so many things around to distract us, whether it's entertainment, whether it's the nightclub, or everybody think life is one big party. Life ain't a party, man. There's so many real things that we need to address and discuss and get, especially as black people in America, because we forgot that we on an up climb. We still got a big hill to climb, man. You understand, civil rights wasn't that long ago. It's like once we got segregation, everybody felt like we made it. Like, okay, we could drink out the same water fountain, we good. Nah, man, that's not. Come on, man. We the underdogs in this country, and we gotta still fight, man. We still have to learn how to do things that the Asians do, that the Jews do. Jews know how to economize, man. If there's a Jewish store on the corner, and the Jewish store, if a Jewish person lives 10 blocks away, he'll pass all them stores to go to that Jewish store before he goes spend his money anywhere else. Because and us as black people in America, we what they call the poor purchasers, the dumb people who spend money recklessly and aimlessly, and none of it generates back into our communities. None of it. We spend more money in this country than anybody else annually. Black people we spend like $40 billion a year in America. Billions. Why is it not coming back to our community? Why is our communities always messed up? You know what I'm saying? Our community is always towed down. It was funny just driving up here. I was showing Kelly. I'm like, yo, we in a ghetto, man. Look, I'm like, look around. We look around. You see liquor stores everywhere, Chinese restaurants everywhere, all of the stuff, everywhere. No black businesses, all just, Arab liquor stores, Dominican nail shops, all the stuff we see. Then a few blocks later, the neighborhood just generally gets nicer and nicer. And I'm like, then you see more police. You see more, I'm like, this is not by design. This is not by coincidence. This is a design. Because it's like this in every ghetto I go to. It's like you go down there, oh, that's the black neighbor, that's the poor, that's where it's towed down at. You know what I'm saying? But up the street is nice. This is where the other people are. This is not coincidence, man. I was born that night, not last night. You ain't gonna pull a wool over my eyes like that. But it's up to us, man. We can't blame nobody at this point but ourselves, man. But ourselves and the adults and the people who grew up, the 40-year-olds and the 30-year-olds now, we have a responsibility to these teenagers and to these kids who's coming up next. Because if we don't teach them nothing, what are they going to teach the generation coming up after them?
No doubt. Some very true words with that. And speaking of, and also kind of segueing into some of the extra stuff with the album, with everything that goes on, because I think once you actually get into just checking stuff out, whether it's the documentaries or reading or other types of things, you see that there's more that's going on in life in general. And I guess how some things are kind of by design in general in terms of how situations are, and having to try to break out of them after you learn that. What do you feel are like maybe some of the greatest stories never told history-wise in terms of how things are right now?
Some of the greatest story never told is how they snatch up our kids. And it's the reason why I used to always ask my mother, right, why do I have to go to school? Why is it a must? You know what I'm saying? Because my mother, I used to cut school a lot. I had a poor attendance record. And my mother would always say, well, you better go to school, not because you need to have an education or without an education. That's what she should have been saying. But her whole stance was, if you don't go to school, the white man gonna come get your ass and make you go to school. So I'm like, why? Why do I have to go to school? What if I don't want to go to school? What if I want to be dominant? Nah, that's because what they do is they breed employees. That's what they do. They breed employees, and they go, here's our, you go teach whatever you want your kid at home, but he has to learn this certain protocol of arts teachings. He has to know this, and that. You got to get a certain thing on this test to get to the next level. And I never looked at it. It's exactly what it is. It's schooling. You're actually schooling somebody from when he's 5 years old to when he's almost an adult. So they're in your system. You teaching them what you want them to know. Like for instance, us as black people, we don't learn about Africa. We learn African American history in school. To get past that, you either got to go to a special school, or that's got to be a higher learning. You start learning about that in college. And when you get to college, by then, if they taught us from young, all the dynasties and things that we created as black people, that's gonna have us, knowing that we could be more. You don't bring us from the slave ship up. Teach us about slavery and civil rights movements and all, to always make us feel and look inferior when we know the history of the world. You go back to Africa and Egyptology and Egypt and the pyramids and all, they don't teach us that in public schools.
Very true.
They don't teach you that, because even the cartoons, one thing I was doing a knowledge to, and cartoons are subliminal seduction. They teach us to be violent. Every cartoon I watched was violent, from Thundercats to G.I. Joe. They were shooting. From Voltron had a sword. Everything go down. He cutting somebody in half. Even cartoons like Popeye. You look at Popeye, who was an American, was fighting Brutus, who was a Russian, over what? Over olive oil. Over oil. So it was like subliminally seduced. It's subliminal seduction, even as a kid, to where they got you already messed up in the mind. So you grow up thinking, okay, now I got to go to college and get a job. They give you that big loan to go to college. So for the next 10 years of your life, you in debt. See what I'm saying? The next 10 years of your life, you in debt. By the time you get out of debt, all right, now it's time for you to just go find a job and be an employee for the rest of your life to keep the system going, because 10% of the people control 90% of the wealth in America. This is a very, very, very capitalist country. You shouldn't have billionaires living upstairs from a homeless man who downstairs ain't got nothing to eat, and say you're a democracy. It don't make sense. Nothing in this country makes sense. They always say sex and violence. This country is like a big oxymoron. They say sex and violence is wrong. But so why is porn the #1 industry? Porn sells more than music in America. And violence, we already know that America is the most violent country in the world. They have the biggest military. We like 13th in education and like #1 in military. We got the strongest army, and that's why we're the superpower of the world. But then they tell you, oh, don't use violence. You know what I'm saying? They'll go blow up. They'll go wipe out a whole country. But if I do something protecting myself, or even I could feel like threatened, and if I use something violent to protect myself, I'm going to prison because I'm not Jewish and I'm not rich. I'm black and I don't matter. So, you broke the law, you going to jail.
And if y'all don't know what all that was about by now, I hope you get some research done, because Saigon's breaking it down really, really well at this moment with that, in regards of, all of that type of thing. And see, I love these. I love
Bluto. Remember Popeye? Remember the little dude with Wimpy? You know who he was? He was Jew. He was the Jewish guy. So he said, "I'll gladly pay Tuesday for a hamburger today." Every episode he do. He's smart. He's the one that say, "I want something now for free, and I'll get you back later."
See, there we go. Besides the fact that black kids never had special powers in cartoons, but that's a whole other thing too.
We had I could go there. We was some dude with big lips, who couldn't talk right. And I was somewhere and they were showing me the top black cartoons, and Fat Albert was #1. And even though it was Bill Cosby, who I highly respect, I'm like, there was a lot of blaxploitation in that cartoon. One dude's lips was so big, they was bigger than his face, and he talked funny. Like, that's not funny, you know what I'm saying? But now we see people pumping stuff in their lips, and they want to get the fake booties, and they want to look like curvaceous black women. You know what I'm saying? So as we evolve, and they want to go to tanning salons and burn their skin and try to look dark. Try to look like, not even a racist. I'm not a racist, and I hate to come off like this because it sounds like I'm being racist when I'm not. I'm just being real. I'm being a realist, and I was born in America, and I lived here my whole life, and I've been walked into a store and had people follow me around just because I'm black. You see what I'm saying? I walked into places and being in this industry, I walked into certain places with white friends, and they treat me like I'm great because I'm with my white friends, and I go in there with my friends, and I get treated totally different. So it's hard to try to deny and ignore it. Don't seem like because I drive a nice car that I had a Mercedes, because the way I look, I drive a S550 Mercedes, and I might have got pulled over 17 times in that car. It don't make sense. You telling me that's not profiling? At one point, I had to go to the precinct and show them, like, look, this is absurd, man. This is absurd. 17 times I get pulled over because I don't look like I should be driving this car. What does the person who should drive this car look like?
Oh, similar thing happened to my mom, who's about 58 years old and owned a Benz. So, where it's like, okay, I'm sure this small black lady who's about 4'11" had really jacked somebody for this car, but okay, whatever.
But they want to know why she's doing it, who she is, and one of the I've never seen a cop show or read nothing to where one of the protocol questions when you pull somebody over is, what do you do? I always get that question. What do you do? What do you mean what I do? You're supposed to say license and registration. Tell me how I made an infraction. What do I do have to do with you pulling me over?
Another reason why post-racial is just a term for be quiet, as far as I'm concerned.
Racism is all-time highest, man, because we don't see it. At least when it was slavery, we understood what it was. It was, you're a nigger, I'm this, I don't like you, you don't like me. It was blatant, so we understood it. It wasn't like they was trying to pull a wool over our eyes. Now they go, oh no, there ain't no racism. Because racism now is systematic. It's systematic racism. And that's a total way different kind of animal. Because nobody's aware that it's really happening. And then as soon as you start saying that, they go, oh, get over it, man. You can't blame. You have black people tell you that. Oh, you can't blame that. I mean, come on, let's be realistic here, man. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. And I mean, we can go on with this all day, but I know you got mad more stuff to do and everything else. I love these type of conversations, but people gonna have to be thirsty for the upcoming album and everything else that you're doing and getting involved in. Can you just tell the people when the album's dropping, some of the guests and producers involved, and what side are people going to get from you from The Greatest Story Never Told?
They're gonna get the real me, man. Like, they're gonna get me. This is my offering to the world, man. And first, I'm gonna answer the producer's question. You know, of course, everybody knows Just Blaze is at the helm. He's the executive producer along with Sway Calloway and Rich Nice. You know what I'm saying? Legendary hip hop guys who I respect and I love. And what they're gonna get is brutal honesty, man. A lot of people are not gonna understand how my opportunity to talk to the world, just like I'm talking in this interview, I gotta give people truth, man. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and brag about the women I slept with, or you know, how many nice cars I have, or how much money I made, because to me that's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. If I'm not taking this money to make the world a better place, I don't want it on my epitaph or on my tombstone when I die. He fucked mad bitches, or pardon my language, pardon my friend, or he slept with mad women. He partied. He had mad fun. I don't want that. You see what I'm saying? I want to be somebody who was known for trying to make the generation to come up after me, because I think that's what life is about, right? Growth and development. I want to set a standard and lead by example to show that, you know, it's cool. You could be cool and still be a responsible black man. You know what I mean? It's not cool. You could be cool and still take care of your children and still teach your children and guide them and be there and nourish them. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be on the corner smoking a blunt or involved in a gang, involved in gang activities to feel like you a man. Prison is not a rites of passage for us, man. Prison is destroying our race, man, and we got to stay out of them jails. Stop putting ourselves in positions to let these people lock us up and take us away from our families. It's up to us now, man. We wise and smart enough to know what we doing. Leave them drugs alone, put them drugs down, them guns, killing each other. Yeah, I was in prison, man, and I did one day, something just told me to do a survey. I went around just my little dorm, the dorm I was in, and I asked everybody in there, who got a violent crime? The dudes raised their hand. A bunch of people raised their hand. So I said, you know, it's 90% black and Latino in there, right? I asked everybody who got a violent crime, what color was the person that you committed your crime against? Everybody was black. Now one person in there said, I did something to a white dude or to somebody else. Everybody is all against your own people. And that's still the slavery mentality that we have to break, man. We have to learn to love each other and love who we are. The reason why it's easier for gangbangers to kill each other is because he looks like you. You know what I'm saying? He looks like you, and he comes from where you come from, so it's easy to be self-destructive. We're self-destructive people, and we need to snap out of that mentality now.
Very real, very true. So y'all know what's going on. Greatest Story Never Told, dropping 2011. Day after Valentine's Day, if I remember correctly, February 15th.
That's why I encourage all you beautiful young ladies out there, you know, if you really love your man, to go pick up that Greatest Story Never Told and give it to him, because it's going to make him a better man. It's going to make the love making better. It's going to make your house better, everything, your relationship better, everything, man. That's a stocking stuffer and all that for Valentine's Day, man. Greatest Story Never Told, February 15th. Please go support the truth.
Yeah, you better be careful. You gotta help out with those people buying that like Viagra, but that may help out at the end of the day. So, you know, definitely got to thank you for your time and doing this interview. You know, we really appreciate it. The audience has really been appreciating your music for quite some time. We're just glad to see that more is going on. And you know, do you want to give people anything like your Twitter or website real quick?
Yeah, why not? Man, you could go on Twitter, The Real Saigon, Facebook, Saigon Nation, SaigonNation.com. You know, just inarmsreach.org. If you can make a donation, you know what I'm saying, whether it's monetary, it don't gotta be monetary, it could be something tangible, it could be toys, old clothes you don't wear, old coat, something, long as it ain't too raggedy, you know what I'm saying. If it was raggedy, we might send it back to you. No offense, but you know, these kids, they still gotta be able to look nice when they go to school, but we know we accept it. We accept everything, man. And we're just going to try to keep, you know, uplifting our community and keep being activists and being active in our community. You know, not just on Thanksgiving passing out turkeys. That don't make you an activist. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do that on Thanksgiving and go, yeah, I did my duty as a black man. I gave out some turkeys on Thanksgiving. Now this is a 365-day-a-year thing. We gotta raise our babies, man. We have a responsibility to our future.
All right, no doubt. And we just wrapped up this great interview. Besides being able to hear the radio show through all of our great broadcast affiliates, you can go and get this weekly subscription to the FuseBox Radio Broadcast via iTunes, Zune, and Flycast. You can also go to our official blog site, blackradiosback.com, to check out the interview, the song playlist, and all that good stuff, as well as our podcast site directly on the web at fuseboxradio.podomatic.com. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get us some Saigon tracks, and y'all know what time it is. It's the FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah. 21st century black radio for the masses, never watered down, always bringing the good sound. All right, peace.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
I'm cold. It's cold. And I'm cold. Check. My mama with my grandmama now. I wonder what they saying when they looking down. Wonder if I made them proud. I made it this far. I wonder if that made them smile. I took something so well and I made it mad. But now people taking my kindness for a weakness. Talking about me like I ain't one of the deepest. Like I ain't connected to them with them sweepers. That'd be happy to introduce fools to the Grim Reaper. You think you know me cause you see me on a website? Well, did you know I'm in some drama almost every night? I never said to be a fucking celebrity, so I don't know what people think give them the right to mess with me. Feeling like they testing me, getting ready to lose control. Mama would've said use music, it soothes the soul. I try to live my life on cruise control, but I feel a need to speed right now, babe, bro, cause it's cold. It's so cold in the streets. It's so cold anywhere that you go. Somebody take me to another place. A place where it ain't so cold. Cause it's cold. It's cold. Cause it's cold. It's cold. And I'm cold. Cause it's cold. Cause it's cold. It's cold. Cause it's cold. It's cold. And I'm cold. Check. My mama with my grandfather now. If heaven got a ghetto, they in that part of town. I wonder if it get cold up there in the cloud. Cause down here, Jack Frost ain't around. Even in the summertime, you can feel a wind chill. Shots light up the night. Getting it in still, this is where we call home. This is like a war zone. Try to dress warm, put the long John drawers on. Homie, it's cold, and you gonna need more than some hot chocolate. Cause when it's on, somebody spitting them Glock rockets. Say you seen something, they ain't for your eye sockets. This is our hustle, and no, you cannot knock it. It's freezing out here. You would think that it was winter season, I swear. Everywhere you could turn, the feds and the D's is right there. It's like a freaking nightmare. It's cold. It's so cold in the streets. Yes, sir. It's so cold anywhere that you go. Somebody take me to another place. Where? A place where it ain't so cold. Cause it's cold. It's cold. Cause it's cold. It's cold. And I'm cold. I'm cold. Cause it's cold. It's cold. Cause it's cold. It's cold. Cause it's cold. And I'm cold. Cause it's cold. Another block, bustin' off shots. It's deep on the block. You got me locked down in this cold. Remember that real. It's cold out here, man. Recession. They got no money, no job. Still shooting, going to jail every day. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. And I'm cold. It's cold. Saigon. Yeah.
The 5-foot wonder MC
You ever get the feeling?
Better check out DJ Fusion.
No matter what they do, no matter what they say, you know you'll make it someday. You know the feeling when your back is up against the wall. People say they love you, but you ain't convinced at all. Tell them they full and they tell you you're insecure, calling you immature. Does that make sense to y'all? You ever feel like it's you against the whole world? Like everybody is scheming, even your own girl. Your homeboy seem to be counting your money. Tell him you ain't got it and he looking at you funny. I'm feeling like I probably need to either lead the game alone or either be the G to bang the chrome to get his name known. How does the Saigon story end? How? Know what they saying for now.
Y'all say I'm a killer. I feel I'm as high as I can be, and y'all ain't gon' fly as high as me. I can't be no realer. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down. I can't be no realer. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down.
I'm too high, but it's not from a drug. It's not from a drink. It's not from a night at the club. It's not from a broad. It's not what I cop from the dealer. I would tell you, but if I tell you, then I gotta kill you. I've been around a little while, but I'm kinda scared. It's ill, like a vet that's still wet behind the ear. Some look hard, but I don't feel a threat behind the stairs. I'm looking for Vicks and they could be volunteers. If there's somebody jump out the window to try to stop me, I wait for them to shoot them like I was a paparazzi. Manny stack system knocking the Maserati. I jump out the back and turn your block into Nagasaki. I shouldn't have to always make an issue with the pistol just to prove the kid is official tissue to the gristle. How does the Saigon story end? How? Know what they saying for now?
Y'all say I'm a killer. I feel I'm as high as I can be, and y'all ain't gon' fly as high as me. I can't be no realer. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down. I can't be no realer. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down.
I'm too high, but it's not from a drug. High on life, love. I'm from above. No. The invincible Saigon. 1, 2, 3.
Y'all say I'm a killer. I feel I'm as high as I can be, and y'all ain't gon' fly as high as me. I can't be no realer. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down. I can't be no realer. Y'all ain't gon' bring me down.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy right here, Lamar Blackman, and this is Direct Effects, The Jump Off, your hottest daily 5-minute dose of entertainment and college news, brought to you by the Black University Radio Network. And remember, you can follow us at twitter.com/Black College, or you can check us out at www.burn1.biz. And on today's show, we continue to get it in with Genuine. His new album, Elgin, drops February 8th, his 7th studio project, and he's giving away a 2011 custom Range Rover, y'all. To enter and win, visit genuine.com. That's GINUWINE.com. And billionaire media mogul Oprah Winfrey launches her own network, OWN. That's right, the Oprah Winfrey Network. Launched this month to huge ratings. Now let's make no mistake, other than BET and TV1, OWN, that's the Oprah Winfrey Network, is the only other black network in the country. Well, if you don't count ESPN. And despite what some would call a down year, Tiger Woods was still the top earning golfer in the world and the second leading athlete earner in the world this year. And remember, the road to the Black College Final Four leads to Charlotte, North Carolina. That's right, the Queen City, for the CIAA Conference Build the Black College Final Four. And Toyota's wrapped all around that. And they're giving away a 2011 Toyota Prius and 3 $1,000 scholarships. All you have to do to enter is visit contest.toyotagreen.com. Now it's limited to CIAA schools, so you better hurry.
Yo, check it out. This your boy Genuine, a living legend. I'm coming up next, and you're listening to the Burn Network. Y'all know what it is. Keep it locked right here, baby.
Being green is about more than just saving trees. It's about economic opportunities, making sure our neighborhoods don't become dumping grounds for pollution and waste, and teaching our children that by living green today, the world they inherit tomorrow will be brighter. That's the message of the Toyota Green Initiative, a program to bring green to our day-to-day lives. By working with educators, HBCUs, and environmental nonprofits, we are spreading the message, and we want you to join us. Find out more at toyotagreen.com. Toyota, moving forward.
Seen you the other day, still looking so fine. Hating that I lost what I had in you.
We're back in studio with platinum-selling recording star Genuine. His new album, Elgin, is available this February 8th, and you can enter and win a brand new Range Rover. That's right, Genuine is giving away a brand new custom 2011 Range Rover to one of his fans. All you have to do is visit Genuine.com. Now, the boy has been grinding for 15 years, and here's Genuine speaking on how he came up with the title of his new album, Elgin.
I remember that my mom, before she passed, she told me to use my name for something in this business, and I said, now's a better time than any, so let me just let me just use my name this time, make it simple, you know, and sweet, you know what I mean? So they asked me what did I want to name the CD, and I just said Elgin. And they was like, wow, that's all right. You know what I mean? Like, I know they were thinking, because I know they were thinking like I was going to try to come up with something all crazy. And I was just like, nah, I'm just going to name it Elgin.
Well said, bro. Keep it simple. That's Genuine. And his new album, Elgin, is due everywhere this February 8th. And you can visit him on Facebook.com/Elgin Genuine. And thanks for the time, bro. And tomorrow we'll talk about where we can catch you live at. Oprah Winfrey's Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN, launched this month to a huge audience. The OWN network drew enough viewers to establish a firm presence among cable viewers, according to Nielsen ratings. During the first weekend of broadcasting, the network ranked third among all ad-supported cable networks in the 25 to 54 audience demo. Only ESPN and USA Network ranked higher. And the new original series that will kickstart the new network are The Judds, which follow country music legends Naomi and Winona Judd as they prepare for their first tour in 10 years. Carson Nation with fashion and design expert Carson Kressley, and Ryan and Tatum star in the reality series The O'Neills. The OWN network will be the exclusive home of the Best of Dr. Phil and the behind-the-scenes last season of The Oprah Winfrey Show, the top-rated show on ABC Network for 25 years. The OWN network is available in 80% of homes with cable. Check your local listings, and for more entertainment news, you can always visit EURweb.com. Tiger Woods has once again ended a calendar year as golf's top moneymaker, despite suffering a pay cut of $48 million after ending his marriage, losing his swing, and failing to win a single tournament this year. The world's #2 top earning athlete topped Golf Digest annual list for 2010 with $74.2 million in earnings. Of that, only $2 million came from tournament purses. The rest accumulated off course through endorsements and appearance fees. In 2009, Woods dominated the standings with $121.9 million in earnings. He did lose his AT&T sponsorship deal worth $35 million in annual revenues. Woods ended his PGA Tour season without a single title for the first time since he turned pro in 1996, 14 years ago. Despite that, he continues to be a marketing magnet. He is still paid over $60 million annually by sponsors such as Nike, EA Sports, Procter & Gamble, Gillette, Louis Vuitton, and Upper Deck. For more entertainment news, you can always visit EURweb.com.
Okay, I'll listen.
They're just 3 little words, but sometimes they can be very tough to say, especially when your son or daughter wants to talk to you about joining the U.S. Army.
Okay, I'll listen.
They're just 3 little words, but if you find the strength to say them to your son or daughter, you'll hear the opportunity to create a future that's stronger than you ever imagined. A future full of advanced training in over 150 careers, along with the discipline and leadership skills they need to succeed in any situation. Add tuition assistance and up to $40,000 in enlistment bonuses, and soon you'll realize the U.S. Army is a viable option.
Okay, I'll listen.
They're just 3 little words, but if you say them to your son or daughter when they want to talk about joining the U.S. Army, you'll hear the thought put into their decision. Learn more at GoArmy.com. You made them strong, we'll make them Army strong. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
That's going to do it for this edition of Direct Effects, y'all. It's a wrap. And make sure you follow us at Twitter. That's twitter.com/Black College and Facebook.com/Black College. And remember to share us so all your friends can check us out. Until tomorrow, it's your boy right here, Lamar Blackman. And go.
You're listening to Direct Effects, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now witnessing FuseBox Radio.
your hands up. Throw your hands up. Hey, all my reliable. Hey, all my party people, hey. Throw your hands up. If you fuck with no beats, nigga, throw your hands up. Hey, throw your hands up. Throw your hands up. Hey, I roll with niggas who be. Let the be word.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
Like up and down the floor, y'all. Special dedication going out to sweet lady named Keisha. Also whiskey from Nebraska. Wanna try to make it boogie again. Until you holler for more, yeah. Your brother whiskey all the way from Nebraska. I said, I love to see you boogie up and down the floor. Also Jed of Alexander, Virginia, yeah. I said now. I wanna try to make it a boogie. Till you holler for more. What's up, shake it? I said, yeah. Love to see.
You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
neighbor. Don't be alarmed, you Negroes.
Push it one time now.
Oh, one more time.
Again, push it on time now.
Give me push it one time.
Again, push it one time, y'all.
Give me push it one time.
Again, push it one time now.
Give me push it one time.
Again, push it one time, y'all.
Give me push it one time.
Again, push it one time, man.
Give me push it one time.
Again, push it one time, y'all.
Give me push it one time.
Again, push it one time now.
Give me push it one time.
Again, push it one time, y'all.
Give me push it one time.
Again, push it one time, man.
Give me push it one time.
Again, push it one time, y'all.
Give me push it one time.
Let's push it, push it, push it, push it.
And this little friend now. I said we gon' get serious deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper until they can't free no more. And we come to ladies, when the ladies party, the ladies got to get down all the way down to the ground. They ain't never got down to no more. We that is both this little friend gon' get on the floor between the ladies. But I see and Manny and Teena and Tom, y'all. Say what my in the back, but they got a whole lot of energy. I don't know where they getting all this energy from, but they got a whole lot of energy. And it's sold up somewhere. Hey, cause they gon' get down in the atmosphere. 7 inches, get down.
And push it one time, y'all.
Go push it one time.
And push it one time now.
Push it one time, man.
And push it one time, y'all.
Push it one time.
Again, push it one time now.
Push it one time, man.
And push it one time, y'all.
Push it one time.
Again, push it one time now.
Push it one time, man.
And push it one time, y'all.
Push it one time, y'all.
Yes, push it, push it,
push it, y'all. What's that fruit? You alright?
You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
I ain't seen Duck and Teena since I walked in the door. I ain't seen them in a long, long time, cause I'm glad they came through one time taking a picture. Alright? Don't forget you got the cameraman right in the back, taking all those pictures that you want to take. So you ain't got to do, you want to spend your money. Just go in the back and take a little picture for the cameraman, and then come back and show to me. Hit him up! Alright. Now that's what I want to end, and that's what they got to do. Yeah, we got the beat, and then the bass is all free. Amazing free. Drop it on now, right there, get
You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
state of mind. He was blind to the ways of mankind. God is smiling on you, but he's frowning too. Because only God knows what you go through. You grew up in the ghetto, living sucking the rape, and your eyes are singing the songs that they hate. Places you play and where you stay, I look like one way to make it out of your way. You admire all the number book checks and the pimps and pushers and the big money makers. They be driving big cars, spending 20s and 10. Wanna grow up to be just like them. Smugglers, scramblers, burglars, gamblers, pickpockets, peddlers, even time hollers. You say I'm cool, but then you wind up dropping out. Oh, now you're unemployed, and then you're walking around like you're trying to stick up king, but look, you done got sent up for. And now your manhood is shaking. Spend the next 2 years out being used and abused. And one day you was found home. And it's plain to see that you was cold in your body.
agree. It's dynamite. That's all the time we have tonight. Join us next time. Good night.